Welcome back to Sports on Tap. I'm your host, James Laney, with my co-host, Kyle Johnson.
Bro, it's like every time we hear that mouse click for that 5 seconds of silence, all I want to do is scream.
I just want to yell.
I just want to make the tiniest little noise.
Like they're just a... That's it. Just one. Just one.
And my co-host, Ryan.
Hello.
Week 1 of NFL football has finally kicked off, excluding Monday Night Football, so we haven't got to watch that. But what are the biggest takeaways we have so far, boys? Ryan, you get to start.
All right, good, because I was busy yesterday all day, unfortunately. But I did watch the Patriots game.
This is why I want to get into it, because that's first on my notes.
God damn, does Mac Jones look good. Like, I'm not going to lie.
I wrote that down.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. That first pass attempt, not great. Threw it just behind him down.
A little bit.
Wasn't good.
And
when I saw that, I was like,
that
was obviously jitters, but I was like, oh, it's not great. I was like, and then he just ball. At one point, he was like 6 for 6 on or 5 for 5 on third down conversions.
Yeah,
like the guy was just
stepping into every throw. The difference, they pulled up a stat between him and Tua on like throws that he was pressured. Tua was like 1 for 5, 25% completion or 20% completion percentage, and then it was 1 interception. Mac Jones was like 5 for 8 with a touchdown.
Just look at the eye test. When there was pressure, there were so many times where it's like, I'm like, this dude is just gonna throw an incompletion. He was unfazed as he's like falling, throws it, and I'm like, that's a dime. I'm like, that was still a dime.
As far as like where I would compare the two, like just best quarterback on the field, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones did not lose the game.
He
yesterday.
Absolutely
no,
takes
he
no.
Nope.
There was the sloppy football, and as far as like the Patriots losing to, it's week 1. I think Miami's an underrated team. I think Brian Flores is a great coach. That's a great defense, and it was just rookie mistakes.
Miami also always beats us once a year.
Well, yeah, it happens.
They also just had a better. They got one better play. They got one better play at the end.
That was a great. That honestly was a good game.
It really was
good defensively. I think Miami's defense actually showed they can like compete. So, and kudos to them. They're first in the division right now.
Big thing I wanted to bring up about Mac Jones was the touchdown.
Yep.
He threw most guys when they get
his first touchdown.
First NFL touchdown. Most guys are like, "Oh, I want this ball. It means a lot to me." This is the quote. And they asked why he didn't want the ball. He goes, "Because that doesn't matter. It was 1 touchdown. We had to score more. It's not like the game was over right there. But I mean, we have to do better in the red zone and get more TDs, and we will." He's just like, "We're gonna do it," because he's like, "That doesn't 1 touchdown. Congrats. Did we win? No, because it wasn't enough. It's not like it was buzzer beater kind of thing. It's just like, we got 1 touchdown. We need to get more." I'm in on Mac Jones. I gotta say it. I'm in. He impressed me, throwing absolute dots down the field. Like you were saying, there was one throw that he was down the middle, and Cam Newton would never have made it.
It was like just in a window, and it was like a pretty deep ball, not like an arcing ball, but like enough of a line where it was in the air for a while. You're like, Jesus, what's gonna happen? But then it was just a tight window spiral caught. I forget who caught it, but it was just
maybe Aguilar. He played very well yesterday.
He really did.
As much as I've been pooping on Aguilar,
that nice touchdown catch, that little spin in the end zone, I thought was like, why? But
whatever.
I'm like, all right, you can showboat a
little
bit,
flair,
a little pizzazz.
For the fans.
Guys, it's not Kyle.
I don't know if that's
Kyle.
pizzazz.
What you just did, that is not pizzazz.
Oh,
that is pajazz. Is what that is.
But the thing that
I immediately was like, oh, fuck. I didn't just.
Billy, bro. But the big thing with Mac Jones is like there were so many throws, even on incompletions. It's like that was the right place.
Yeah,
he put it like down and low. There was one across the middle where he wasn't caught, but it's like it wasn't getting picked. There was no way it was getting picked. Mm-hmm. He put it in the right place. Mac Jones, I'm not going to say he's elite, but he made some elite plays, and he gives New England hope.
The other takeaway is get him. Like I think you said this. Get him a solid 1 though,
and it doesn't have to be this year.
I don't. Well, it's not going to be this year.
Clearly
There's no
not.
way it's going to be this year.
Unless Harry comes out of the woodworks.
Right,
I think
Jesus.
I don't know if we necessarily don't forget Hunter Henry had like 1 target. You know what I mean? He was. I think the game plan, whatever they had designed, like it was working. I think as far as like getting a number 1, I think they're all just really young. Like Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry are like 25 and 26. I think Jonnu just turned 26.
Also, Jonnu had a great game yesterday.
Great game. Oh, he's the best
The fact that
route running tight end like in the league right now.
let him get more comfortable with the system. Let the whole team get more comfortable with the system. It is so young.
Not route running. Like
Open
run
field
after catch.
runner.
Open runner.
Yeah, there was a play. I think it was like a third down.
He makes
it was
people miss.
Late in the game, like caught the ball on the sideline, and he did like a stutter step that made like I haven't seen a tight end do this.
Oh, he
like,
moves.
well.
He moves like Kyle Pitts.
Dude,
not
like
as well, but he moves like
but
the same
similar play
like
style.
yeah.
He like did like some shifty move on the side where his back is facing the sideline.
Yeah.
Made a defender like literally go to his right, which just opened up the entire sideline for like a first down. And I'm like, that was like sneaky impressive, like very good.
Oh, I love the signings, dude. He's a phenomenal player. The fact that Tennessee let him go, I think if Tennessee still had him and Julio and AJ Brown,
Oh my god,
it would have been a different story yesterday. Not that big of a
not
difference.
so much. But
My final takeaway from this game, though.
I want to say one thing left about Mac because you brought it up.
Do it before I change this kind of.
So I was noticing there during the game because like in the interviews, Mac Jones is like kind of jokes around with the people and like he's a bro. We've said it before. He's a bro. He kind of likes just shooting the shit. But when he's on that field, you could see the whole time yesterday. He was focused. He was not joking around. He was all about it. And I was thinking this during the game, and you said it before the show. It gives me Kobe Bryant vibes. And I'm not saying this guy's going to be the Kobe Bryant of the NFL, but it's just I like to see that when it's game time,
But bro,
we're not screwing around like it is time to play.
that mentality. It's similar to Brady. It's similar to Jordan.
It gave me.
It's
Brady
similar.
vibes.
It's that like that mindset is exactly who I want running my offense.
That quote alone. If you told me that came out of Brady's mouth,
I would believe
believe you.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, even
The quote is what gets me because the quote, like, especially with his reaction, head down, didn't even look at the ball.
like Jacoby Myers was like, take the ball. He goes, I don't want the ball.
I think it was
No.
Aguilar.
Aguilar. Sorry, it was Aguilar.
Game's not over, dude.
He's like, I
as
don't
soon as I
care.
As soon as I heard this quote, I thought of Kobe after that Eastern Conference final or whatever when he was like,
when he was up 2-0.
when they were up
in the
2-0,
NBA
they're like,
finals.
what is there to celebrate? He's like, job's not done. And I'm like, dude, that is the mindset.
And it's not just that he has the mentality; it's on the field. He was doing it on the field.
Mac Jones strikes me as a guy who loves the work. Like, loves the work.
Those are the guys you need.
Yeah.
Those are exactly the guys you need to win games.
But okay, so yeah, my final takeaway: hold on to the football.
He's young, dude. Damien, like,
Yeah.
that last one by Xavier Howard was just a clean punch out. That was a great play by
They just
Howard.
made one more
The
play.
first fumble, I agree. Hold on to the fucking ball. But
No. Hold on to the football. I don't care. Hold on to it.
no.
That was what he was on the 15.
That was the game. No,
that was
the game.
It was going to be game.
That's it. Hold on to it. What are you trying to do?
This is the same instance with Chris Godwin, only, I mean, Brady came down and saved it, but it's Chris Godwin gets in the end zone right there. We don't have that fantastic finish.
I mean, like
Harris gets in the end zone right there.
I love Damian Harris. I think he's electric.
Yeah,
but
he was
like,
great.
hold on to the. We should be 1-0 right now.
Yeah.
We should be.
I'm not going to kick him too much for that because it's a mistake. It sucks.
weak.
I think it was more of a better defensive play than him not holding onto the ball.
Just that one. I think the first fumble, though, was
I'm
his
sorry.
fault.
Yes,
Yeah.
the second one.
The second fumble, I think, because Xavier Howard, if you watch, he came in and that was like a clean, grabbed the end of the football, and it was like, dude, I don't know if anybody could have held on to that. Like, he was just clean punch out, clean rip. Like, it
happens. That's the way it goes sometimes.
was a good play. Like the other day with Godwin's too. Like, I don't even fully blame him. He took a knee right to the football, and it's like, dude, how hard can you hold that? Like, I don't.
Because you got to remember, these are massive human beings coming at you like this. Like they're all huge.
But in the red zone, I agree. That's where games are won and lost, and that is the play that lost.
And that's
the
why
game.
Miami
that is
won it.
100% the play.
That's why Miami won it.
Actually, my final takeaway is: how are you reading this?
Oh, dude,
Don't look at my notes.
His handwriting,
Yeah, it's
is
terrible handwriting.
abysmal, dude. That's like hieroglyphics.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Well, the next point of my notes, another big
Wrote that on the
takeaway.
Sphinx, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I write like a third grader, and that's a
Fucking not even, dude.
I would say that's a.
I
road to
guarantee you,
third.
I will get fucking. Rachel teaches third grade. I will get like pictures of some of their work,
Dude,
and I guarantee you,
I don't know
that
how
is
to
worse.
write. Okay.
Did you write that with Crayola?
Yes.
I had a brown colored pencil.
This is why I'm so happy we live in the world of typing. Now. You have no idea. No one would take me serious in the real world if I had to write.
I can
Yeah,
barely take
so
you
I'm
serious.
doing the
How'd you
numbers
read
for
that?
you.
I struggled. Not gonna lie, I missed.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
word.
you fumbled a few.
I did. See, yeah, because my G looks like an S, and it's
Why are half the lines scribbled out?
It's my break. Right? Take care of your own notes. You don't even have notes. One of my biggest takeaways: Kyler Murray has entered the MVP conversation without a doubt.
I've been preaching that.
Yep.
I think we all have, but it was more like he's a dark horse. Where it's like he was kind of sitting in the back, and now it's just like, hey, I'm here.
Yep.
Like this is. It gives me the same vibes as Lamar Jackson when he had his unanimous MVP season. That first game, you're like, ooh, let's watch him. I'm not saying he's going to be unanimous MVP, but it's just like, he's in the conversation right now. He's probably leading.
Oh no, I guarantee you he's finishing top 3 in MVP votes this year.
Look at the
top
weapons
3.
he has.
Dude, the fact that first off, that Cardinals defense is very surprising. I did not think they would be that good.
5 sacks in 3
We knew
quarters.
Chandler Jones is good, but
5 sacks in 3 quarters.
Dude, JJ Watt looked good. Like that whole defense looked really good. Their coverage is what impressed me, actually, because what's his face was just holding Tannehill. He was holding onto the ball all day long. Like he couldn't. You have Julio Jones and AJ Brown, and they're not open all game. Like, come on now.
And it's not even like, Derrick Henry carried the load.
Bro, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it got me a solid 10 points. I appreciate Derrick, my 4th overall pick. You're gross.
I drafted him 4th too.
The fact that the Cardinals held Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, and AJ Brown to 10 points? What did they put up?
Like 10 points.
What is going on? But Kyler Murray, there was one play where he ran to the right, juked a guy out, ran to the left, juked out a couple more defenders. It's like, that one athletic kid in high school or middle school where it's like, yeah, I'm just more athletic than you.
Yeah,
and he did that to professional athletes, and then he just throws a dot. I'm like, that doesn't happen. You don't get to do that to professional athletes. This man,
Kyler Murray is special. There's a reason the Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen with the whatever pick, top 10 pick. I forget where he was.
He was number 3, I think.
And then
it was
top 10 minimum. Top 15.
He was 15.
It was a top 10 pick.
It was 15 because he's like, there were 13 mistakes made before me.
No, there were. That's right.
No, there were not, Josh.
Either way, first round draft pick on talent like Josh Rosen, who was great in college, phenomenal in college,
electric.
And then immediately was like, we fucked up. We have the first pick. Kyler's the guy.
And they went in. They went all in.
And I said it last year. He was a really good sleeper, and
everyone
he finished.
Could see it.
Everyone knew it. I think he runs better than Lamar. Not more efficient. But he's safer.
Thank you.
I think he runs safer than Lamar.
Lamar's a different breed, but Lamar's gonna get hurt with the way he plays.
But I would still take Kyler over.
I agree.
Lamar
Kyler
Jackson.
right now is a better thrower. I think Lamar is improving, and I'm excited to see tonight what he
Lamar
does.
also has 0 weapons, and they're all getting.
Yeah, if you
hurt.
gave Lamar Jackson DeAndre Hopkins, I'm sure his throwing would look way better.
That's the difference.
Well, I mean, look at the touchdown Hopkins had yesterday. The toe tapping in the end zone.
Hopkins is he's the best receiver in the league. It's not even close.
Not even close. It's like, what?
It's not even close.
What? That's just, he's that good. Why?
I was like, how did that happen?
But it's just, Kyler Murray has joined the MVP conversation.
He's finishing top 3.
He's in the room.
Way too.
Before, he was just poking his head and he's like, guys, am I allowed in? He's in.
Guys, do you guys need some water?
Tom. Oh, you know who left? Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know if it's just he took a whole summer off and didn't practice. I don't know if it's just he doesn't want to be there. Is he trying to get traded?
I really think it's a mentality thing for Rodgers.
What the?
Because it's Rodgers. It's not. He's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league,
without a doubt. But yesterday
the Saints had his fucking number. Well, even those overthrows. That one interception he had over the middle of the field, he overthrew that guy by 20 yards.
It's like, Rodgers, what are you doing? He looked like he forgot how to play football.
It was bad.
1.32 points.
If I told you that Aaron Rodgers was going to put up 1.32. 1.32.
I would guess he tore his ACL on the first pass.
If I told you he was going to be healthy.
Dude, if I told
I would say you're lying to me.
You would say I'm fucking delusional. You would lock me in a mental institution.
And if I told you that Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers combined for 6 points, you would kill me.
I would.
The Packers as a whole just looked lost.
I would say
what was that? I can't wait for Rodgers Tuesdays on Pat McAfee show now. They better be asking some questions.
McAfee's gonna be like, Rodgers, are you okay?
What are we doing?
What is going on?
Well, I just don't understand.
AJ's gonna be chiefing on a cigar.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
Great show.
Regardless, I I don't understand how, like, that perform. I don't know. Like you said, there's no way it was the summer off. It's Rodgers. He's got to be practicing. He has to be.
But there's
I think that organization is just like fully in his head. I think his mental this year is going to be horrible.
Hot take, maybe gets traded at the trade deadline.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If he stays like this, maybe he's trying to get like a sell low thing, get out of there.
I don't know.
You can't
though.
sell it low on the Rodgers, though.
I know, they're going to still ask
Regardless
for a
of
lot.
who he plays.
But
Did anyone see Love play? I didn't watch the
I
end
can't
of
say
it.
I saw it because it was on during the Patriots game, so I was watching that. But
Yeah.
and that's the thing, where it's like if they like Love and you want to get some assets for that guy to work with,
Not to mention Rodgers is already gone.
that's the thing. Like, he's not re-signing. He's not staying.
He's already gone.
And I think part of it, I think he's thinking about that now too.
Dude, my mental would be
Because even if he
I'm
plays,
thinking,
even if he plays terrible, somebody's picking him up.
That's bad on Rodgers though, because he finally the organization finally listened to him. He wanted Randall Cobb back. They went and got him for him. Like,
I think Rodgers would have sat out if the organization didn't even get him. And at that point, it's like,
oh, I know, but like they actually finally did something. And then if you're gonna cop an attitude and then like play shitty because you don't want to be there anymore, that's bad
But
to you.
that's my thing. If like Rodgers is going to keep this up, and I don't think he's going to play this bad.
I think
even next week he's going to bounce back. I do think because it's Aaron Rodgers. Like,
it's
let's
funny
not
you
forget
say-
it's Aaron Rodgers.
it's funny you say next week because I think next week is the real kicker. If Aaron Rodgers has a bad week next week, I think this whole narrative, I think all eyes need to be on
It
Green
also
Bay.
depends on who they're playing too,
That-
right?
I don't
know
even-
who they're playing.
I don't
But
even give a fuck who they're
Dude,
playing.
like
I need
if they're
Rodgers-
playing, like if they're playing like Houston, aren't they 1-0, right?
yeah, they actually won. Goods to Tyrod Taylor. Glad he got
Absolutely.
to play.
Yeah.
I've always liked the guy.
That
He's
was
not elite. He's not
they
special.
played Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that
still.
was the tale of the two worst teams in the league.
But
so, like,
still, I'm more not like congratulating the whole Texans. I just mean I like Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got
kudos.
to do a little.
They're playing the Lions on Monday night.
okay. And Rodgers has had fucking Detroit's
If
number
Rodgers plays,
his whole career.
if Rodgers does not play
Actually, is it?
top football against the Lions, what is going on, bud?
I think next week is the real. Everybody needs to watch that game because if Rodgers has another fucking meltdown,
He's got extra time to prepare.
Like, dude, I don't know. And as a team, how do you go in? How do you like fix that this week? How do you like? What is the conversation you're having with Rodgers this practice? I have no idea how I would approach that.
Were the Packers away yesterday?
No,
Couldn't tell you.
I think they.
Oh, they were. They were.
Yes.
'Cause they would have been.
All right, yeah. It's the Packers, Lions at Lambeau. So.
Oh, this is huge.
No, sorry. They were home yet. They were home this week.
So I don't even know how how ESPN puts their.
But either way, I think you're saying like what conversations do you have with Rodgers? I think Rodgers has to look himself in the mirror and go, "I'm Aaron Rodgers. I need to play better." And
I'm a bad man.
Yeah,
No,
the game's at Lambeau.
yeah, literally, he needs to look at himself and be like, "Okay, if you want to be able to choose where you get to play next year, basically, I need to do better than this. I can't look like a jamoke. Clearly, somebody's gonna pick him up because it's Aaron freaking Rodgers."
Yeah.
But like he can't be playing.
Just
like
his decision making that game was horrible.
which is so unlike him because his big thing is he makes all these big plays, but with such few errors and picks. But yesterday, it's just like, what's going on?
I want to chalk
Hey,
this one
man.
up to everybody has a bad game, everybody has a bad week, but I really think it's more
bad.
But
I
that's
think it's-
like that was drastic for
that's
him.
the most uncharacteristic thing I've ever seen out of him.
I've
So,
never seen an elite quarterback play that bad.
Next week is the kicker.
Yep.
On the other side of the ball, Jameis Winston looks like the gunslinger that the Saints have been missing for I don't even know how long.
Well, not missing. They had Breeze, but this is.
Homie, that fucking deep ball downfield, that touchdown to whoever his name
Breeze
was.
was surgical, but Jameis is like.
This
Breeze
is
was surgical.
this is my one note. Winston makes the Saints contenders without a doubt.
Really?
Without a doubt.
Well, they were contenders last year with Breeze, but
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
now that they can actually throw the ball farther than 15 yards, and Michael Thomas is going to come back in the second half of the season.
it's a different mindset.
I think they
for
really.
the
I said
Saints.
it last week. I think they compete with the Bucks for that division. I still think the Bucks win it because it's Tommy Boy, and I just.
The Bucks aren't. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks go undefeated this year. Honest to God, when
If
Gronk
there's
is
gonna
your
be a
fourth best
team-
fucking weapon,
If there's going to be a team that could, it's either them or the Chiefs. But the Saints, they're going to make a wild card. They could make a serious run because when you get into postseason, it's one and done. Nobody cares about records anymore. It is one and done. LASIK Winston, unbelievable.
That was nuts.
I mean, he didn't throw for a shit ton of yards, but the 5 touchdowns, dude, he was precise. His deep balls were
He only threw
accurate.
for 130, I think.
148.
I was gonna say it wasn't a ton of yards.
And now clearly with Rodgers playing as bad as he did last week, or
I was
last
gonna
week,
say
yesterday.
Yesterday was as far as that whole game, I think yesterday really was an anomaly. I'm gonna chalk it up to week 2. For both Winston and Rodgers. Rodgers, I think, is more important, but Winston, the 148 yards is kind of sus to me.
Concerns me a little.
But it's also like I understand because they're running the ball all the game or
Kamara,
the rest of the game with Kamara because it's like, well,
when you
we're
have
up 30 points.
Why give him the ball? Why give Aaron Rodgers the ball? Because most of the time you're like,
exactly, especially when you have Kamara in the backfield. The Saints are going to be a really good team. I said their defense was probably top 10, top 5. You could argue top 5 easily. But the Saints are going to be, if Jameis Winston plays as precise and doesn't throw, he's up to his ratio this year. It's not going to be a 30 for 30 season. He's already 5-0.
Well, like we were saying, like, if he can do what he did in that preseason game in the like regular season, it's like, well, the Saints are a legit contender.
The deep ball is just insane from him.
He can see downfield now.
It's just,
and I think once again, he's limited on his deep shots, so he's not doing it 2 out of 3 times a drive, or a series.
I think it's his decision making that's really like Sean Payton. I think is the right coach for the job,
and learning from Drew Brees for a year.
And I think honestly, Drew Brees, like you said, he was surgical. Jameis Winston needed to learn how to be like, okay, I can't like the fact that you have the cannon, right? Use it when it's necessary.
Use it when you can.
Use it when you can.
When there is someone down there.
Exactly. I don't.
It's that crab leg power, baby.
That's the fucking crab legs, bro.
Goddamn right. The ones he paid for.
The ones he paid for.
He
went back to that store.
He
went back there and paid what they charged for triple.
Said he's $300. Keep the change.
Jameis, you stole $500.
Jameis, you took
Jameis,
them
you now
all.
owe us $200.
Jameis, you took $1,000.
I wonder how that
I'll be back next week.
I wonder how that actually.
I don't get paid till Sunday.
I wonder how that actually went though. Like, do you think he just like walked out with like?
I'm genuinely curious. Like, I think doesn't it come in like one of those like bags?
Yeah.
Did he
you
just
think
walk out?
somebody's
Did he
just
walk
like,
in, go and just walk out?
Somebody's like, "Yo, that's Jameis Winston," and then it's like, watch him walk by the registers right at the door. You're like,
he still crab legs?
You're like, he definitely paid for that, right? The guy makes millions.
Did he?
He paid for that, right?
Cheryl, come here. Did he pay for those? No,
I thought we're gonna have
he didn't answer.
All right, someone call ESPN.
Dude, we got a story for you.
Are we sure that was Jameis Winston?
They didn't even call the cops. They called ESPN immediately. Do we got a story for you?
Stephen A.
I'll tell you.
Yell about.
I'll tell you though, if Jameis Winston keeps playing like he has been though,
top 10 quarterback.
well, dude, just the fact I think he's gonna set.
Points.
Well, I think it's gonna show as far as like quarterbacks, like they're not like
some fit in better systems.
And we knew that, but it's like
okay, that's the words.
I mean,
Mac Jones out of your mouth.
Mac Jones on the fucking I don't know Ravens is probably not going to have as good of a time. But I think this shows that like if you're a quarterback, if you're struggling to get opportunity, this, that, the other thing, it's like bite the bullet, and if you can show an organization that you fit their scheme and you can like are willing to learn and willing like
sometimes you have to.
Sometimes he bit the bullet. He owned his mistakes, and now it's like he just threw 5 touchdowns against Aaron Rodgers and completely outdueled the guy.
Because his problem was always, it was never the arm talent. Everyone saw the arm talent.
It was decision making. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
And learning that from Bruce Arians, that's not the guy. Because he's a risk it for the biscuit guy. Yeah. Sean Payton and Drew Brees.
Bruce Arians is a great coach for Brady.
Because Brady's makes not
going to make. There it is.
Brady doesn't need to be.
He's not going to make those.
Yeah, and if a coach says something dumb, like we saw on the TV, he will look at the sidelines and go, "No."
I love that.
He
was like,
"Hear me out."
No, fuck no.
Brady's like, "Hear me out. You're an idiot." No,
you just see him. He's like, just fucking he calls his play.
Looking at the thing, you just see him like processing. No. He's like, "No."
One of the side note, I love that he has a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
What do you do? That man is just who got that job?
Well, yeah, he wipes his ass.
That's basically it.
Tom, would you like single ply or 4-ply? We're gonna skip right over.
He's a bidet guy.
First of all,
Tom Brady's a bidet guy. Tom Brady's a bidet guy, without a doubt.
100%.
He's got
he likes that tush squeaky clean.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, he doesn't got one of those cheap Amazon ones. He's got installed in his home like straight from Japan.
He's got a fucking fire hose.
He's got a separate toilet, like the other toilets, the bidet.
Wow.
Yeah. He gets up with his pants around his ankles and waddles
like,
over to the other side.
Not even waddles.
Why is it across the room? Why would it not be right next to him?
He doesn't even waddle. He just he crab steps over.
Nope. He has a machine.
His pants are at his ankles.
Guys, the quarterback coach picks him up and just puts him over. He's like, "Okay, Tom.
You ready, Tom? Thomas?
It's like
Thomas?
It's like a retirement home.
Gotta take it easy.
He's gotta go under. He's like, okay, Tom, work with me.
Gotta take it easy on the joints. You know what I mean? I'm 45. I gotta.
TB12 method. He just lives in a retirement home.
No, dude, when Tom's like 80, they're gonna be doing that. He's gonna be like, it's pliability, not flexibility. They'd be like, okay, Tom, okay, all right, sit, take this pill. Shh, go to sleep. Dude,
It's all TB12.
I have 8 rings.
It's the method.
At that point, he's gonna. 13 rings, you fucking. Don't bug me.
He's in a retirement home. He retired last year, like just the year right before that.
Tom,
This is the cane I hit Patty Mahomes in the head with. I did it on week 3. he hears a whistle. He gets like just flashbacks.
tuck roll. The tuck roll. Oh. Okay, so
he gets senile.
I got one more big takeaway from this week. I mean, there are so many, but the biggest one: Rams and Stafford. Just Stafford fit like a glove. They fit like a glove.
Oh, listen.
It's what he threw.
I know.
321 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a passing rating of 156.1. Fun fact: the perfect one is 158.3. I'm usually not a big passing rating guy, but when you're talking about that much and that high,
I know.
And Chicago's defense is legit.
I know that you guys saying Kyler Murray like MVP conversation. I said before the season.
Oh, Matthew's there too. Matthew was right there too.
He's in the room.
Damn it! I said before the season. He's now got a real coach, a real team.
Oh no, I agree.
We were never against.
Oh, I
it.
know. I never said you were. I'm just letting them know that I said this shit. Matthew Stafford's going to be MVP this season. Going to be.
I'm still gonna stick with my Tom
The guy
Brady
was
pick, but,
balling out
Okay.
Yeah.
every single game, like balling for a trash organization for I don't even know how long.
Wasn't he in MVP discussions one year with like the Lions?
It was probably
That fact alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was in and then he got hurt.
What other quarterback can do that? Very few.
Bro, and you know what's crazy about Matt Stafford that I love?
Goff looked like.
Goff looked good, actually.
Not Stafford though.
Not Stafford, but that 30, they almost had a 38-point comeback
Against the 49ers
I know, but
defense.
they are always weirdly good at home though.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Except on Thanksgiving.
Except on Thanksgiving.
Either the thing I love about Matt Stafford though, yeah, Thanksgiving they got to lose. That's like tradition.
Yeah.
The thing about Stafford that I love is you know how often like you get these guys who are just kind of like yeah, they like Josh Rosen's a good example. Man in high school, man in college, gets to the NFL, doesn't transfer.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford was like the man fucking pee-wee football. Everyone, his coaches were like, this guy's going to be special. College was the same thing. Just like absolute clear-cut #1 pick. Like this guy is going to be the next fucking whatever. Goes to the Lions and is still that guy. Nobody ever questioned it. Nobody ever questioned it with Matt Stafford.
It was just everyone around.
It was just the Lions
Calvin.
organization. I say it all the time. Incompetent franchises do incompetent things. That's why the Jets won't. I would be surprised if I ever see Detroit or the Jets or anybody like that win a Super Bowl ever in my lifetime. Because as far as I said,
You better hope. Yeah.
you better hope. But dude, Matt, and I thank the Rams so much because they are going to rejuvenate this dude's career. They're going to save Matt Stafford's career. I think if he even remotely has any success with the Rams.
Dude, especially if the whole organization has bought into the team, because like as soon as that trade happened,
everyone was in.
Everyone was like, even dude. I've said this before, like ad nauseum. McVay was like a child.
Get me this guy,
Yep.
Dude,
Yes.
he was literally just meat swinging, just all over LA, just like we got Stafford, baby, like just
literally.
Well, dude, the
entire
Rams
time.
also, they literally are like, they've been going into, we want to win now since they had Goff. Like, they got
Genius move trading.
getting
Goff.
Jalen Ramsey. Like, they go for top talent. They're like, yeah, we don't have any first round picks, but we're also getting top tier talent in this league.
Yeah.
We're not giving away first round picks for bums or guys that are going to be good in a couple years. We're getting guys in the primes now. We are getting guys that can win us games now.
Yep.
And it's just, I feel like the Rams could win one, but there's going to be a point where they're all age, because it's at one point they're all going to be going out of the primes at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's how you win games. Win now.
Yeah.
Because most of the time you're not getting Tom Brady for 20 years who can do this and that, or like a Patty Mahomes who's
But
going to do
Matt
it for
Stafford
20 years.
Matt Stafford has been consistent his entire career,
And he's still going to do it with a
and
real
he's
team.
still going to do it. And now he's going to do it with a fucking competent coach
Who's
a
trying to
competent
win
franchise.
now.
He has actual weapons. Cooper Kupp, quietly, I didn't know this stat until the game. He like leads the league the last couple years in yards after the catch. Leads the league. Like did you see him on that 3rd and 13?
No, I did not.
It was like they did like a little swing pass out to the left. Yeah, so swing pass out to the left. He makes like 3 guys miss. Fights for extra yards, and it goes from like 3rd and 13 with the field goal unit coming out to now it's 1st down and they're
He's always been an underrated quarterback, wide receiver. What was the word out of my mouth?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because Jared, I mean, look at what that offense was with Jared Goff. Even the year they went to the Super Bowl, I never bought into Jared Goff. I'm like, this team is just very good. It's built solid around him. And that was when they had Todd Gurley in a good run game. That is really the only team's weakness. Their run game is not great. But now you have a guy like Matt Stafford who can actually place the ball where it needs to be.
Bro.
Holy cow.
Stafford on that team beats the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
This year?
No. In that Super Bowl,
because
53.
Stafford identifies Brandon Cooks wide open
and
earlier.
Not to mention he gets the fucking ball there.
Gets the ball there.
Yes. Half the time.
He's not sitting there waiting for
Patriots lose that Super Bowl if Stafford's on the team.
I believe
That's just a fact.
I believe it.
I believe it too. Because Jared Goff is not dude.
Goff was terrified. Goff was terrified.
Dude, because he was handheld the entire season.
Now that McVay actually has a quarterback that
who knows what he's doing.
what's going on.
And can like adjust on the fly and not get like.
I think we're going to see Rams as back in like when they were the Super Bowl like favorites that year. I think the Rams are going to be right up there as like a top 2 or 3 team in the league.
I'm just so excited. Like I'm just so happy for Stafford now.
I am too. I love him.
He's also never done anything wrong. He's
No.
never been.
Yeah,
in
he's
any
not a guy
trouble.
who bitches at the fact that like Detroit sucks. He's not.
He could have.
He just
He
went-
could have
no,
been that guy.
he
He
could
could
have
have been
been
pulling a Rodgers and being like,
he could-
I'm done.
I will
Well, he
say
could have
Rodgers
been-
is
well,
turning
Rodgers-
into kind of a whiny little.
because Rodgers is in a good like team and he's still doing this. Stafford had every right to go out and to start bitching about the team, and everyone would be like, yeah.
Look what they did to Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. Those are 2 of the best players we've ever seen.
Calvin
ever.
Johnson's
and
still
they
not
both
over it.
retired at 30
Yeah, Barry literally goes
because they were
"Trade
like,
me."
I don't ever want to fucking deal with this franchise.
Barry
again.
Trot's literally not over it yet.
I said, yeah.
No.
Barry wanted to get traded, and the line's like, we're not going to trade you. He goes, I'm going to retire then. He goes, I'm not playing for you anymore.
Yeah. Dude, well, they still owe not owe, but there's still like money in the contracts that like the organization, like, dude, it's Calvin Johnson. This dude has done more for your organization than fucking, like him and Barry Sanders.
Him and
Like,
Barry.
that's it. Those are
Him,
the 2
Barry, and
guys.
Stafford.
And it's like,
Yep.
they still owed him money. They didn't want to pay it. Like they were arguing over like
Idiots.
petty. And for them, that's like if I owed you $100 and I was like, I don't feel like paying you that. And
But
and
you
you're like,
provide everywhere you
but
need
you
to go."
fucking owe it.
Yes.
like it was over like for them, like I said, $100.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah,
$100,000,
comparison,
like nothing crazy.
It's like, just give him the
Just
money.
give him the fucking
Just give him
money.
the
It's Calvin Johnson.
You make so much money.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I mean, that's all the takeaways I have from week 1.
I mean, actually, to just
Could talk Joe Burrow too. That's
Joe Burrow.
Joe
Go
Burrow,
ahead.
outstanding.
I didn't get to watch that game, but go right ahead.
fucking, oh my god, dude. Him, Jamar Chase, I don't know what narrative about like him not being able to catch the football was
Preseason
happening.
was rough for him.
It's just the jitters. He's getting the jitters out of the way.
because he had that comment where it was like it's different, like because like in college you have the white stripes going around, so it's like easier to track, and then people just took it as he can't track the ball and he's gonna suck. It just wasn't the case.
It was just something new he had to
It's
learn.
new. It's different. Like it's
Yeah.
just keep in mind he didn't play his senior year, right?
Was it Jamar Chase? No, it was Jalen Waddle. Oh, no, Jamar Chase
didn't. Yeah,
he
Jamar
didn't
Chase
even play.
didn't
He
play.
opted out.
He opted out just to
Really?
train for the
I
NFL.
totally forgot about that.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah. He
He-
didn't play his senior year.
He is going to be
Honestly, not a bad choice by him, though.
no,
That's not bad.
no. Anybody
Go
who can,
Tigers.
anybody who can,
Tigers.
anybody who can
Ooh,
save a
good
year, I
one.
think that's cheating. Yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, Joe Burrow. My biggest thing is like he looked like a lot like I'm gonna say Mac Jones. Like he was stepping into throws. Like, don't look at me. Fucking
No,
I don't
he
know.
has to look at you or else he'll
No.
lose it.
Just go. Okay, yeah.
Dak-
Mac Jones.
I'm like, well, dude, he's like, shut up, just fuck. But like Dak Prescott, like week 1, 2, like stepping into throws, like in the face of pressure. Like Joe didn't look scared after that injury he had last year. Like watching his knee bend the wrong fucking way, I thought, okay, maybe we're gonna get like a little less. No, Joe Burrow's ready to go.
Oh, dude, that's what I
Locked.
kind of what I wanted to talk about. You just brought up Prescott. That first game of the season of the NFL season.
How did we not even bring this up yet?
I know. I was waiting for it. I was just trying to find an opportunity. He said Dak, and I was like, now. It was perfect. What a game.
Beauty.
Chef's kiss.
What
And
a game.
Chef's kiss.
and the Cowboys lost.
Like, I mean, come on.
We got to watch
Who doesn't
Tom-
love seeing the Cowboys lose?
We got to
exactly.
watch Tom Brady do his thing. Like when there was a minute 24, like once they kicked that field goal,
Dude,
I'm like, it's
I
over.
knew-
Like the Bucks win. The Bucks
Bro,
win. It's
all
Tom
of
Brady.
Dallas, all of Dallas saw. a minute 26 or whatever it was.
I don't think
the entire city was like, "Fuck, god damn it."
they had the lead and they were like, "Fuck."
Well, like they were like, that's
pretty much.
No, they were like, that's a lot of time left. And then they saw Brady's face on the sideline right after the kick.
Yeah.
And he had I was at the bar and I saw his face on the TV and I went, he's winning.
You know where I think they lost is they lost when they decided to kick the field goal and not go for it on 4th and 4 for that exact reason. Because it's Tom. And normally fucking any other quarterback, bro, I would be like, you kick that field goal, you give them the ball, you take your chance. You get the lead, you take your points. Tom is he is an anomaly to everything. He is an exception to the rule.
22 years of this.
22
years of this.
And that's the thing. He is the most fucking when it comes to fourth quarter comebacks,
insane.
You do not give him the ball with any time left on that clock.
It's just
the fact that his final drives are almost a given.
It's a given.
There are very few times he doesn't go down and do it.
Especially because he didn't have to get a touchdown.
Dude, it's more likely that,
especially when he only needs a field goal.
Yeah,
it's more likely that he's gonna get it done than he's not. If that's how it is, that's nuts.
Do you know Tom Brady he is more likely to make it to a Super Bowl than Steph Curry is to make a 3?
Yeah.
Like that's fucking gross.
That shouldn't be.
He's gonna do it again this year.
He's gonna win, bro. They're gonna go.
But seriously,
I know. I was stick by
that game was just perfect to kick off the season.
Oh yeah,
it was perfect.
I was happy to see Dak played well because you don't like to see a guy with that injury. Played great. Zeke, what's going on, bud?
I don't know.
No, well that was a shootout. I know what you're saying. I wouldn't be surprised, and this is kind of a bold take. I wouldn't be surprised if not a single running back puts up over 100 yards against the Bucs defense. Vita Vea in that front seven I'm not fucking disgusting.
No, and I agree. I'm just saying Zeke we've just seen trending downwards, and
I don't blame him for week 1 against the Bucs.
I understand his usage not being high in week 1 because, like you said, it's a shootout. Look at what Amari Cooper did. Times. I say, look at what Amari Cooper did, CeeDee Lamb. It's like, so they passed the ball a lot. I get that.
I like the Cowboys' game plan. I like the way they tried to beat.
Zeke is a power back, and the fact, they went, I think they were on the 3, and they were in shotgun, and it was Dak and Zeke.
Oh
and
yeah, the pitch.
The pitch. I hated that play call.
I loved when Zeke was at fullback though.
Sure, yeah, but if you're at the 3-yard line and you have Zeke, run the ball up.
You can't.
No.
Vita Vea was fucking picking up the left guard in the center every play.
I understand that. But the shortest distance from point A to point B is a straight line. Run full speed. Kill your lineman. Let's just run into. Who cares?
I'm not going to argue with. Be a beast.
Yes,
let him be a beast.
What part of Vita Vea are you not getting?
But let's not forget Ezekiel Elliott. You need to if you want.
Doesn't matter. I don't think Derrick Henry would have fucking made that.
Yes, first of all, he would have stepped over.
Did he? Because he got fucking 57 yards yesterday.
God damn it! They passed Tannehill way too much.
I think, regardless, I don't think Derrick Henry would have made that 3-yard run on that Bucs defense.
But if you have this top power back guy, you go head to head. You need to go head to head.
No, you make the play call that gets you in there.
Nah, the play alone. Listen, Kyle, the play alone, the pitch.
The play was a bad call. I'll give you that.
The amount of yards he ran probably quadrupled what it would have took to go straight in. I get the front seven's
He
nuts.
just should, and you also have to trust your offensive line to give some help.
I get it. But put your head down and run forward. Look at Zeke and go, put your head down and just go straight.
I think maybe one of the 4 downs, if they had him, should have been a call like that. Outside of that, dude, I am not running on that.
That's fine, but at least you tried it.
I am not running on that front 7.
I
don't think anybody. I wouldn't.
But
I don't think Derrick Henry puts up 100 yards against
you
them.
have to try. I think when you have a guy that everyone wants Ezekiel Elliott to be.
But that's the thing. Wouldn't you expect that? Like as a coach, I would
There's sometimes you just got to go for it though. You have to trust your guys.
I do not agree with that.
I also don't like their head coach, but that's a whole other thing.
Oh God.
Mike McCarthy's a fucking moron, but their offensive coordinator had a good game plan to try and beat the Bucs.
Offense looks great.
They purposely wanted to pass the ball that many times because they knew that the only place that Bucs defense was weak was the secondary.
Because it was
and
injured.
then when Murphy, yeah, exactly. And then when what's his face had the bone sticking out of his elbow, they were like, okay, we're gonna keep throwing because there goes your top corner. So I like the game plan.
It was just dislocated, right?
Oh no, compound. You saw the bone stick out.
Oh, it was?
Oh yeah, you saw it. You saw it come out.
I heard it was dislocated.
He's out for the season. That might be career ending. Like dead at dude. His whole fucking you saw the bone.
Really, there's not a lot of career-ending injuries anymore.
I
know that
Alex
sounds
Smith
like weird. I feel like just with how everything.
Alex Smith is
an anomaly.
I fucking love
That's
that.
an anomaly.
I'm just saying.
I know.
The dude almost died.
Really did.
Yeah.
Wild.
Bro,
Bro,
and he still came back. So
we didn't even talk about Chiefs Browns.
Oh, God.
There were so many that
I would say honestly,
Week 1 was amazing.
You know why I think Week 1 was so good? Because stadiums were all filled.
Yeah.
I think the energy in the stadiums, everyone was just so ready for football.
Oh, it was
again.
electric. Yeah, it was about damn time.
The two big takeaways I take from the Browns Chiefs is one, the Browns are legit, and two, yeah, the Chiefs are just Patty Mahomes. You are never out of a game with that man.
Nope.
It's-
Well, we knew
especially
this
with
though. The
Zeke,
Chiefs.
too.
We don't
I
even.
know. We
We don't even have to get
Tyreek,
into.
sorry.
We don't even have to get into the Chiefs really, because fucking.
It's the
we all-
Chiefs, but
Chiefs
it's
are the
just
Chiefs.
he did it again where the Browns looked great. They looked really good. But then Patrick Mahomes is we could win. We could win.
That defense gave them a chance because the ball was in Kansas City's hands, and that sack where fucking Clowney and what's his face,
Miles
Garrett,
Garrett.
come around the edge and fucking pancake Mahomes. I thought that was one of the coolest things.
No, it was awesome.
Dude,
But
they are going to be so legit.
They're contenders. They're legit contenders now.
I would have loved. I hate the fact that it ended on that interception by Baker because I don't fully blame him for that because it was like a trip up over the back and like one of the I forget who was announcing the Tony Romo was like, yeah, he was just trying to throw that ball out of bounds, which is the right play to make.
Yeah.
Because the play was over. Like there was just get it out of there, try again. And you could see when he got sacked too, he was pissed, like throwing his hands on the ground. He played a perfect game outside of that. No touchdowns, obviously, but he missed.
But you're
7
making the
passes.
right decision. The fact that you were beating the Chiefs for a solid amount of the game.
He had 7 incompletions.
Yeah, like 300 yards, right?
Yeah,
350,
326, I think.
Yeah.
But as him, he's not looking at stats. He's more just like, I want to make sure we're doing to win.
No.
Because he wants to turn the franchise around, which he has started to do that. Also, the team is becoming more of a competent franchise.
Dude, I was a believer in Baker to start the season. I think even with Odell, it's only going to get better because you're going to draw more coverage on him, like I said, and I think Baker's making the right reads. So we're not going to see that chemistry issue. We're really not.
Is that knee worse than we thought?
Maybe. I think it's smart to hold him out week 1. Make sure.
Actually, he tore his ACL, right? Is that what happened?
I don't remember what Odell's injury was.
It was a knee.
It was a knee.
I know knee, but
it was definitely his ACL.
He was out for the whole year. It was probably the ACL, yeah.
What week was that? Because it hasn't been a full. Burrows wasn't a full year either. But if it was
honestly
later,
not sure.
If it was week 6, it makes sense why he'd keep him out week 1. But
Odell also relies more on his knee at that position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So probably maybe a little more.
Burrow broke his week 3 or something like that. Something bad.
Yeah, no, because I think Odell's was midway through the season. Because I remember being
October 26th.
Yeah.
So yeah, torn ACL. You're right.
Yeah, so
because I remember as soon as Odell went out, Baker's decision making
week 7
went right
correct.
up. Yeah, so right in the middle. So that's what I thought. But yeah,
no, that
unbelievable week 1.
That was just electric.
And you know what, too? It just feels so good to get this.
So many things happen.
So,
it's
dude,
awesome.
for so long, we're trying to come up with topics half the time, and it's there's nothing to talk about. This is just we could do this all day.
I love it.
This
and to think we haven't even seen the Ravens play yet.
No,
I want to see what Lamar does.
No, they're fucked. I think they literally
with no running backs.
Dude, Marcus Peters, you just lost a Pro Bowl corner. You have no running backs. Le'Veon Bell.
I want to see what Lamar does. How does he step up to the plate?
It can't just be him.
I know. No, and I get that. But how
they
does he react?
Even their fucking receivers.
But what's
I've
his
been
attitude
hurt all year?
But the thing is he going to complain? Which I don't think he will.
No,
I don't see Lamar as a complainer. I think he's one of those guys that's what's the work we can do? How can we get better?
Well, yeah, I don't think you can't really complain because you're hurt, the whole team's hurt.
It's not like they didn't.
It's not like everyone's healthy and they suck. And then if you said something, I'd be like, okay.
But could he be a guy and I don't think he is, but there are guys that's well, if we had this, we had that. He won't look at it and go, next man up. That's how it's got to be. We just need to find some playmakers. That's all it's going to happen. I'm excited to see how Lamar handles the challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
I think
8:30 tonight.
8:30.
Yeah, word.
But, yeah.
Oh, also, actually, a little interesting to see that Jacoby Myers is Mac Jones' safety blanket.
I want to see
He threw to him a lot.
I want to see how it falls. I think he's a good slot guy. Jacoby, but I want to see how it like all turns. I want to.
He could be a Danny Amendola.
What I'm saying, like, I mean, like,
Speaking of which, Danny did really good for the
Good for
Texans.
Danny.
all I'm saying is
Danny.
when it came down to it, Mac was looking towards Jacoby. I feel like that's very interesting to watch.
We have a bunch of number twos.
I wanna see it all play
A bunch
out.
of number twos.
I think Henry has a big week next week. I think he bounces back after like the one catch thing.
Yeah.
Do one or two catches.
Yeah, he was all right.
He's average week.
I mean, one of the catches was really good. It was like first down and like sliding down. He got it.
We're gonna come. We'll bounce back next week. Chalk it up to week 1.
If week 2 is anywhere even close to week 1, it's going to be an exciting season.
I fucking love football.
It is.
I love
I love football time, man.
I think that's all we have for today, folks.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to support us, we do have a merch store. The link will be down in the description below. Sports on tap right there.
Look at my tit, folks.
Like that shit.
Right here.
He's been working out.
Also, if you like,
that's a peck now.
Baby.
also if you like what we're doing, if you like what we're doing, please comment, follow, share, like, tell your friends.
No? Okay.
Subscribe, baby, subscribe.